Well, in this week's restaurant report card, a huge roach problem for one restaurant.
Here's the truth. Big menus hide big shortcuts. In this list of 12 to avoid, we unpack how pre-made bestsellers, vague from their seafood, and bottomless bread baskets can mask weak sourcing. Then we pivot to 4 safer picks where simpler menus mean straighter supply lines and real verification. If you've ever felt duped by a plate that tasted like the freezer, this will show you why and what to choose next. Number 1, Applebee's. You see pages of choices and think win. Here's the truth. A massive menu leans on pre-made sauces, par-cooked meats, and a microwave to keep plates moving. It looks like value, but it trades craft for speed. Applebee's pushes glossy LTOs that need fast rollout. That usually means central prep, chilled components, and plug-and-play builds, so ticket times stay low. Bestsellers are engineered to assemble, not cook. Labels like "from there" on seafood sound specific while staying vague, which lets swaps happen when supply swings. Bottom line, when a menu does everything, you pay for branding, not freshness. Ask your server how that chicken is prepped and where the fish comes from. Now at number 2, clarity slips again. Number 2, Chili's. You hear the fajita sizzle and think fresh. Here's the truth. That sound is theater. A hot skillet hits the pass, steam rises, and your brain fills in scratch-made. But those marinades and rubs? At a chain like Chili's, flavors stay identical by design. That often means bulk bags, centralized blends, and flavor boosters that don't waver shift to shift. Pre-mixed dressings and bagged veggies save time on the line, yet they trade off aroma, snap, and that just-cut edge. It's fast, not fragrant. Bottom line, the sizzle sells certainty, not sourcing. Ask if sauces are made in-house and whether produce is cut on site. Next up, a pasta house where imported can mislead. Number 3, Olive Garden. You see the olive branch branding and relax. Tuscan here, rustic there. Here's the truth. Much of that comfort can come from shelf-stable bases, not a hot pan. Chain pasta houses lean on frozen components, pre-cooked noodles, and portioned sauces to lock speed and sameness. Those tubs and bags often carry additives to stretch shelf life, which flattens flavor and raises sodium. Bread baskets and creamy sauces are cheap wins, loaded with low-cost oils, heavy salt, and preservatives that read as rich but wear you down. Bottom line, broad origin claims plus endless bread is comfort theater. Ask for named cheeses like Parmigiano Reggiano, stated olive oils, and DOP or PGI cues. Now at the wing bar, where variety multiplies confusion. Number 4, Buffalo Wild Wings. 40 flavors looks like freedom. Here's the truth. More powders means fewer fresh cues and the bird's trail gets cloudy fast. Chains like this keep speed with pre-seasoned rubs and shelf-stable sauces. That locks in sameness, but it blankets texture and hides if the wing was fresh or frozen. To manage demand, they mix both. Frozen cuts cost less, yet they can land softer skin and a dull chew. Sourcing chases price, which muddies welfare and farm transparency. Game nights add a new risk. Bar snacks, sticky menus, and shared squeeze bottles pass germs hand-to-hand when the rush hits. Bottom line, you're paying for spectacle and sauce. Ask fresh or frozen, cook-to-order steps, and in-house sauces. And here's the seafood trap that keeps coming back. Number 5, Red Lobster. You see ocean fresh and expect truth. Here's the truth. With Red Lobster, the label is the risk. Seafood fraud leads the pack. When prices swing, species swaps and fuzzy geography rise. Industry reporting shows mislabeling of fish types and origins. Farmed versus wild claims blur fast without stamps like MSC for wild or ASC for farmed. Menu phrasing like "from there" or "market style" sounds fine, but hides substitutions when supply tightens. Unlimited shrimp deals signal volume over verification, and that often drags quality down. Bottom line, without named fisheries or certifications, you're guessing. Ask how it was caught, the harvest region, and what seal backs it up. Next up, the late-night diner where safety slips in the slow hours. Number 6, Denny's. You want a cheap plate at any hour. Here's the truth. Late night can cost you more than money. Off-peak means fewer orders, longer holds, and tired lines. Buffet-style hot wells and overnight pans depend on tight temperature control, and that's the guardrail that fails when checks slip. Warm enough for comfort, not hot enough for safety, is the danger zone. Cold sides can hide risk too. Cut lettuce and sliced fruit are TCS foods, high risk when prepped ahead and held cold for long windows. Light staffing means fewer line checks, more cross contact, and weak rotation. Bottom line, order cooked to order. Eggs on the griddle, burgers off the flat top. Skip pre-held sides. Now another breakfast icon with a similar trade-off. Number 7, IHOP. The pancake tower is comfort. The syrups are show. Here's the truth. Those colorful bottles and fluffy swirls often arrive processed, not made in-house. IHOP keeps pace with dry mixes, pre-made batters, and commercial toppings that lock in sameness. It's fast and predictable, but it dulls aroma and hides what's actually in the bowl. Nutrition checks point to heavy sugars and sodium stuffed into flavored syrups, whipped toppings, and breakfast-for-dinner add-ons. Fillers keep costs down while pushing calories up, like hiding pebbles in the flour bag. Want fewer lab-made extras? Ask for real butter, plain batter, and fresh fruit. Skip the bottled candy. Now the fast casual burrito that stumbled on safeguards. Number 8, Chipotle. You picked the clean label burrito for its promise. Real food, clear words, done. But high volume and tight supply push safety to the edge. When a rush hits, fresh produce handling and line cross contact fail fast. A single spoon dips between pans. A glove change gets skipped, logs slip. That's how a clean label turns into a risk. Here's the truth. Real food sourcing works only with strict HACCP discipline. Glove changes on time, time logs filled, and prep kept clean and cold. Think of it like a relay race. One slow handoff drops the baton. Watch the line. Choose hot, cooked items. Skip salsas and guac when turnover looks low. Next up is sandwich giant with a label problem. Number 9, Subway. Build your own feels honest. You point, they stack, and it looks transparent. But here's the truth. Broad franchise control and a global supply web mean wide swings in quality and vague protein claims. Mass deli meats and tuna-style blends can be processed far from the store. Bread formulas often lean on conditioners and added sugars to stretch texture and shelf time. Investigations say label language leaves room for steps you don't expect, like extra binders, flavorings, or heavy processing before it ever hits the line. Protect yourself. Ask for the ingredient list. Pick simpler proteins like roasted turkey or plain chicken, load up fresh veg, and choose breads with fewer additives. Now the pizza chain where speed beats provenance. Number 10, Domino's. Hot in 30 minutes feels like magic. Here's the truth. That speed runs on centralized dough, standardized cheese blends, and commodity toppings that land the same in every box. Central commissaries push consistency. Dough and sauce arrive ready to go. Toppings get portioned to the gram to protect margins and keep bakes uniform. That tight control makes timing easy, but it also flattens origin. Nutrition panels show value pies can spike sodium and saturated fat, while labels rarely name farms or regions. It's logistics over lineage. If origin matters to you, go simple. Fewer meats, more veg, thin crust. Still fast, less mystery. Next up, another wing brand that leans on a salt and sauce strategy. Number 11, Wingstop. One protein, many flavors sounds clean. Here's the truth. The long flavor list leans on dry rubs and sticky, sugary sauces that drown the meat, not showcase it. Wing markets swing hard. When price jumps, suppliers change. Without third-party welfare or origin claims, you fly blind on how the birds were raised or where they came from. A uniform bite often comes from heavy brining and additives, not careful cooking. Wet sauces pack sodium and sugar that hide a bland or watery wing, like perfume sprayed on yesterday's shirt. Order plain. Ask for sauce on the side. Favor bone-in, cooked fresh, and judge by heat, skin crackle, and clean chicken taste. Now the walk line that trades speed for nuance. Number 12, Panda Express. The line moves fast, the orange glaze never runs out. Here's the truth. Batch pans park under heat, and crisp turns gummy while sauce hides age. Steam table service trades texture for throughput. Pre-cut veggies lose snap. Par-fried meats sit, then take another fry or reheat that toughens edges and soaks up more glaze. It's like painting over a crack. You hide it, you don't fix it. Food safety pros warn long hot holds drift in and out of the safe zone. Nutrition checks show sugar-heavy sauces dominate, pushing salt and calories high. Ask for a fresh cooked batch or pick items with visible sizzle turnover. Skip sticky glazes for simple stir-fries. Before we hit 4 safer picks, here's why simpler chains can protect you. Number 1, Panera Bread. You want a clean label that means something. Here's the truth. Claims only work when audits back them up. Big bakery cafes still use commissaries and chilled parts, so the guardrail is proof you can read. Panera posts a clear no-no style list and moves toward open ingredient panels. That transparency shrinks guesswork. Straightforward recipes, simple soups, basic salads, named grains, plain proteins, trace better than mystery sauces with long labels. Think of it like a map with street names versus a smudged sketch. You can follow one and hold it accountable. Bottom line, use the posted ingredients. Pick simpler soups and salads with named grains and proteins. Fewer steps, fewer unknowns. Next up, a chicken shop that keeps the menu tight. Number 2, Chick-fil-A. A small menu is a safety feature. Here's the truth. Fewer moving parts mean tighter time temp control and repeatable training. When the playbook is short, cooks can nail hot holds, oil cycles, and handoffs without guesswork. But it still runs on national suppliers, so proof matters. Limited sauces and SKUs reduce cross-contact risks, yet you need visible rules. Look for public sourcing policies and allergen protocols. Simple brines and clearly listed ingredients help you choose well, like using a map with street names instead of a vague sketch. Ask about peanut oil, breading prep, and cook-to-order timing. Bottom line, stick to core items cooked fresh and verify allergen charts. The narrow lane is your protection. Now a burger stop with a radically simple supply chain. Number 3, in and out. 3 core things: burger, fry, shake. Here's the truth, that plain list keeps the trail short and clear. It's not flashy, but it makes sourcing traceable and keeps weak links out. Short menus let a shop build tight supplier ties and keep specs steady. Some areas get daily drops, which shrinks hold time and cuts reheats. Fewer sauces and add-ons mean fewer mystery binders. Simpler prep means less parking under heat lamps and more cook and serve. You taste salt, beef, potato, not a lab blend. It's like reading a label with 4 lines instead of a small novel. Order basic, skip secret stacks, let the meat and potato speak. Next up, the last safe pick: greens with a paper trail. Number 4, sweet green. Salad sounds safe. Here's the truth. It's only safe when the chain shows its homework. Leafy greens are a top risk when washing or sourcing fails. One slip in the rinse or a warm hold, and you eat that mistake. Think of it like a seatbelt that clicks but doesn't lock. Sweet green helps by posting seasonal sources and keeping recipes simple. Named farms and rotating menus improve trace because fewer steps mean fewer blind spots. When used, third-party seals on produce or seafood add guardrails. Clear allergen charts and oil disclosures let you pick olive over seed blends and avoid surprise dairy. Choose bowls with named farms or seasonal tags. Verify dressings and oils. Transparency is the safety feature. Time to close the loop. What you should do next. Here's the truth. You're paying a transparency tax when chains sell stories without proof. Big claims feel safe, but vague sourcing shifts risk back onto you. Short menus and named sources cut that tax by shrinking blind spots and forcing accountability. Want the truth about what's really safe? Subscribe now and I'll keep exposing hidden dangers and show you where the food is actually honest. You'll get clear steps you can use today, not fluffy branding. Share this with someone who orders by the photo, not the facts. Drop your story in the comments. What menu claim felt like a bait and switch? Where did it burn you?